Now let's get back to that local government election, which will be holding in Rivers State tomorrow, as we speak to our correspondent, Uche Okoro, who joins me on the news at 7 for more updates. Uche, what more can you tell us at this moment, considering how this election has held before and was cancelled?
I can tell you that all seems to be set. If we should take the words of the security agency, as well as that of the security agencies and the commission to the bank, I'll say everything seems set. Right now, look around you, everywhere is calm. What you can see behind me is a reflection of what's going on across the city of Port Harcourt and other parts of the state. Everywhere is calm. We're counting down hours to the return of the electorate and voters to their various polling units. As you know, any moment from now, by my time, this is 7 p.m. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11, about a few hours more before the start of the curfew that has been imposed by security agencies. So any moment from now, from 12 midnight to 6 p.m., there will be a curfew. So what we're experiencing right now in the city is the people making last-minute efforts to get everything they need to get, groceries, as usual. On nights like this, shopping malls are jam-packed, people trying to stock up their houses with whatever they would need for Saturday as a result of the restriction of movement. But so far, the atmosphere is calm. Everyone seems ready for tomorrow. So am I.
And Uche, what are you hearing from voters in terms of their enthusiasm to participate in tomorrow's election? The last one was a bit violent. And are they worried that this might also go in the same direction?
Well, this is this is a very unusual election. River State is not new to elections. We have elections, we have rerun elections, we've had local government. This is the second local government election in less than a year. So the elections are we're not very used to elections here, but this is a very unique one because it's the first election that will be conducted under a state of emergency. So people really do not know how it's going to play out. The question people are really asking is how would the security agencies carry themselves? Because this is a state of emergency. There are concerns about potential use of excessive force. There are concerns about potential over-deployment of security personnel, whereby these polling units and the streets are militarized and leading to intimidation of voters. So those are some of the very key things that residents are looking out for, will be expecting to see on Saturday when they come out to vote. So right now, I would say that everyone is ready. Fingers crossed as to whether there will be apathy or not, as predicted by those who are against the election. We can only wait till tomorrow to find that out.
And Uche, let's not forget that the police also did not participate in the last election because they cited court order. But now, let's talk about the political parties themselves. For those who are not of course, now there is in Rivers State, one can say there is no ruling party and there is no opposition. But what are you hearing from the political parties?
Oh, wow. Don't tell me you've joined the group of people who say we are. Don't tell me you joined the bandwagon of those who say we are operating PD, APC. But truly, those very clear lines of political division are no longer there right now, because you have both candidates and political parties overlapping. Just the other day in Eleme local government area, we had a PDP state lawmaker who came out to endorse the APC candidates for Eleme local government. So yes, there are no clear lines of opposition between the APC and the PDP. But something we should also note is that the APC, even though they refuse, some of the leaders of the party would not want to acknowledge that there are factions, but in reality, there are two groups, let me use that word, within the APC, both claiming to be the legitimate arm of the APC. And it may interest you to know that both sides are fielding candidates for this election. You have this one group led by one man who has their candidates. The other group have their candidates, and they are all campaigning, calling for the electorate to vote for them. So I think the election tomorrow will not be the end of the election tomorrow. We're going to see very interesting days lie ahead, especially as regards how this election affects the All Progressives Congress. When the results are declared, somebody might decide to go to court to challenge the legitimacy of the election, or who is the rightful owner of the votes cast by the electorate. So these are some of the very interesting things that are going to play out on election day and even after the election here in Rivers State. The All Progressives Congress has 22 candidates for the local government election, while the People's Democratic Party have 3 candidates, making a total of 323 local government areas, 319 wards in Rivers State. So very interesting times ahead here in the state. And
Uche, we'll see on that what atmosphere this election will hold tomorrow. But just as, on the side, I know you like to stay on the express roads to do, to talk to us, but this time the road will be free tomorrow, so you have all of the express roads to stay. Thank you so much, Uche, for the updates.